Hello, welcome to the Grace of Chaos. My name is Alexandra, and today we are going to be pulling from six decks, doing a general for whoever needs it. So I'm going to shuffle the decks one by one, and then I'm just going to flip the top card. Let's get going. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Or this morning, whenever you're watching this. This first deck I am shuffling is the Shaman's Oracle. And it's a bunch of cave paintings from around the world, so the art is really beautiful. Spirit of Destruction, Ancestor of Hope, and Spirit of Family flipped. Alright. Spirit of Wisdom is on the bottom. This is what the back of the deck looks like. The next deck, I'm going to show the book because it's a great deck and I think everyone should buy it. It is the Fairies Oracle by Brian Frode and Jessica Macbeth. And Brian did the conceptual art for the Labyrinth and Dark Crystal. And this is the back of the deck. That was loud. I'm gonna leave it. So the one that wanted to pop was the Oakmen. This next deck I will be shuffling, I believe, is called The Secret Forest. And one side is like ink paintings. And then the other side is like watercolor. The same image, but done twice, not just removal of color. It's actually two separate works of art. So it's like two sides to a story. I like it. It might be the Hidden Forest. I'm hearing that in my head. Or that's just a message for someone. I'm going to shuffle off the thing. The stones that fell were selenite. I'm going to put that on my selenite wand, which I have in front for connectivity. And the other one was a piece of, I wish the light could do that better. Oh yeah, blue tourmaline. I thought the rocks being up here would keep it from moving. What a goober. Okay. Fertile. Okay, one did jump. The next deck is my very first tarot deck. I got it at a comic book store with my friend before he moved. It's very impressive. It's beautiful. A little dark. So it's kind of going to be moving through shadow into light, creating a balance, I feel. Oh, you know what? I didn't do that. I like to knock and then shoot out energy. Because I do a lot of readings. And as you can see, I use these a lot. I guess they don't look that damaged, but compared to some of my other ones, I guess I've gotten better about being less rough with them. I had to learn how to shuffle on these. And next is the Archetypes Tarot, Wild Unknown. It looks like a diamond. I guess it looks more like a diamond at a distance. So it's a good knock to these. These cards are really stiff. Like hard. Hard. Walk hard. I just stopped doing it on the table. That's kind of cool. The Nectar and the Poet. If you haven't seen Dewey Cox Walk Hard, it's actually a really great parody of Walk the Line, but like done really well. Vastly inappropriate if you are not under 18. So I don't recommend to the children. But for the longest time, I didn't realize John C. Reilly was actually singing in it himself. I thought it was really cool, and I got Walk Hard stuck in my head right now. Walk hard, hard, down life's rocky road. Walk bold, hard, it's my creed, my code. Okay, 2 cards jumped. Alethea and the Dead End. Womp, womp, womp. I'm not taking because I want 1 card. I said. That was a lot, but I'll read them. The Womb, the Sword, Kairos, which is divine timing, the Mentor, the Womb. Oh, whoa. I said the womb, but that's the heart. I just saw the colors. What a dummy. But maybe that was a psychic slip. I'm not going to keep these, but if they need to come out again. The Castle. This wasn't intending to be a love read, but the light side is looking cool and put on the bottom again. Maybe those other 2 cards came out because of the ending song of that movie. As I stand on the precipice of death, my perspective is enormous. Every leaf, every rock, I see the hands which have formed us. Some days all you got is a lifetime. Nope, it's a nighttime graveyard walk. So whistle some sweet melody to the ghost down at the dock. Whatever. I don't like people hearing me sing, but these dang old fairies. I see the Oakland. They must be singing cedars. Why are you so insistent on being multiple cards? The Queen, the Self, the Vessel. I want 1 card, but there's definitely a message for Divine Feminine in here, and I like it. Which is interesting. The Flame and Gnosis. I really just want one card. Or nothing to flip for a second, so I can just put it down and then flip the top card as originally planned, you dang old. But what I was going to say before was, there's a character, like obviously it's a parody, Walk Hard is a parody of Walk the Line, so there's the love interest, and it's played by, Pam from The Office. And she also actually sings in the movie as well, and she has a beautiful voice. And they have, I'm not going to sing them because they're inappropriate, but just in case, I think YouTube is going to make me make it 18 or under. I don't know how to change that yet. I don't necessarily feel I have to. I just can't say certain things. Or like use my Sex Magic Tarot. Oh, the one I'm shuffling now is Shadowscapes by someone. But this is the back of the deck. And I think that's good. That was the Fool. Kill. So here we go. Ooh. The first card from the first deck is Shaman of Stars. And then it was the Oakman. It's like the same colors too. Like the background of this is that tone, like obviously not identical, but whew. And then see his eyes. That's really beautiful. And then this came up, which is really cool because like I get to see this side when I hold it up to you. Which I think that means there's addictions or like deep shadow work being overcome, like the light being brought to the dark devil within. Oh, I almost shuffled those again. I don't know why. The top one must not be what it should be. And the message shift. I wonder who's gonna watch this and why that happened. Alright, Vampirella. So the first two were Oracle, and the next four are Tarot. And that was a clump, so we're not taking it. Clump, though, there is a group of Fae in here that separate and become a large mass as well. Come on, guys, Queen of Pentacles is what I saw. Could be financial abundance for a feminine out there, or a masculine that identifies more feminine. However you resonate with that. Come on, you're really chopping my ass. Okay, that feels good. 10 of Pentacles. So yeah, coming out of that shadow. So you get to see what I see, the devil illuminated. You know, that's my perspective because I'm seeing it. This is how I look at the cards when I'm showing them to you. I mean, obviously I see that. That may be important for someone. Oh, I barely noticed it. But there are hands coming out of the ground there. But she doesn't, oh, I wish it would focus. She doesn't even look afraid. She's like, what's, oh, I'm going to show you. Because this is a green box. The hands And that's my art supplies in a green box with a green liner. Maybe I'm gonna turn my lights green. Yeah. Green lights. They kind of looked blue. Did you see that? Alright, 10 of Pentacles. The Temple. Green light and hands coming out of the green light, but not threateningly. So someone, including myself, needs to make some art. And tomorrow's Mother's Day. If you are quarantined and stuck in the house, make something for your mom. Please. Wow, I love this. Like, okay, I'm gonna shout out Ramblin' Mike because one, he's amazing, but two, he says, let's play some tarot, and it's so fun. It's like a game. Look at the imagery of this devil and this devil. And I said my perspective. A light colored devil. Same color. Same color. And he's entangled in spider webs. There's a heart between his two hands. Oh. Fire walk with me. Felt Twin Peaksy. I'm doing it wrong. I know there's something off about this. But the Laura Palmer weird hand thing. And then underneath is a woman trapped. See that mask and the woman? Look at that. I love that these are 1717 on the timer there. And the stones around them aren't just stones, they're alive. I don't see it as troublesome though. Like spider is dharma and the good work, you know? She has the wand / key, which is golden, right above her head, connected to the red ropes that tie around her. She's like this, with her hands tied, and it goes down and connects into the stone to a lock. Which, like I said, all the stones are made of fae. Oh. Yeah, you need to, the feminines, you need to grab that lock, grab that key, whatever that means for you. It might be a physical key, but, oh, I just heard move in my head. But, so, two things with that. There might be a move coming up for someone, but also move, do it, like, get moving. Don't just sit in that little hole. You have to put the lock, I keep saying that. You have to put the key from the lock into the lock to awaken yourself back to spirit fully and let those stone fae fly again. I like. Also, 10 of Pentacles is the next card I can see because this one's double-sided. And it's the color side. So again, some, and then Queen of Wands. Some abundance for feminines out there. Which reminds me, I forgot to mention, with the devil thing out here for some masculines or feminines that identify more masculine, they have this, oh, it's so hard to see. So it's those things, again, art reference, like the wooden statues that you can pose so that you can figure draw, but it's like caught in the wind that seems to be coming out of like this part of the devil. And this could be the masculine side of a feminine watching. So I think like your hands are imaginary tied and you need to heed the spider webs on you and create like the spider, manifest like the spider, create or suffer. Found that box down there, which I have my magic cards in. So do magic if that's something that you do and you've been hesitating, like 2020, really getting into it. Why? Like right now, not everyone, and thank you to everyone who is still working during this shit. Like, thank you. But a lot of people are just at home, and a lot of people are upset about it because they've never had a hobby or something to occupy them, or they have had one that they've neglected. And like me, I have like what? I'm not even gonna count them, but I have a lot of hoops over there. I haven't touched them in a while. And I was like guided to by a friend of mine, so I'm gonna do that. But I'm going to read Shaman of Stars and the Oakmen. I'm gonna try to put them up together. I can't read both books at once. I already showed you how they look similar. I don't have that book with me right here. It said yes. Go get it. Where are you? Where are you? It said yes. You do have it over here. Not yes. Go get it. It's under the mat. Did that just change everything? Now everything's slanted, huh? And back under you go. I'm sitting on my bed right now and it's like slumped in the center. Because that's where I sleep. It's cozy. What number is that? Oh, it doesn't give me a number. Shaman of Stars. Ooh, nice that I have, you probably can't see it, but. Oh, yeah, you can see it. It's moldavite. Alien stone. So very, oh yeah, that's why I showed it to you. I was going to say very Shaman of Stars. Page 80. So again, another abundance code. The A in strength. Let's sit crooked and talk straight, huh? All right. A message from the Shaman of Stars. I am the Shaman of Stars. I bring the heavens down to earth. I drink in the beauty of the sky, swallow this elixir, and give it back as a transformative energy to all. I like that. I sing the song of the heavens, and I show you how starry wisdom can transform and re-energize you when you have walked the path for a long time and grown tired. I bring a blessing to you and the restoration of strength when it is most needed. Some interpretations of the cards are starry wisdom, recognizing ancestral paths and relationships, reassessments, changes in direction, awareness of higher purpose and transformative energy. So some of you out there are doing the good work and have a higher calling that you need to answer now. Patterns in the heavens have guided us from the most ancient times, and celestial magic is every bit as effective today as it was thousands of years ago. So there may be some astrologers watching. I am not an astrologer, but if you know things, keep studying that. In the image, the shaman reaches out to capture the energy of the stars and draw this blessing down to earth, positively transforming those who receive it. Just as the messages of the stars can transform a moment in time, so the Shaman of Stars, wherever he happens in a reading, may enhance the meaning of the other cards, or if drawn on its own, the card may imply access to the deepest levels of wisdom and understanding. I like it a lot. And next to it is the Showman of Song. So that's probably why I needed to sing. What's this one? I just wanted to show you what was next. I'm gonna keep that flipped up for funsies. What was under that? Oh, that's so cool. Bow, bow, boom, boom, boom. That's the next what was there. And then I showed you the 10 of Pentacles being the pomegranate. Underneath this is 4 of Swords in reverse, though. Ending mental conflict or actual conflict, like arguments with a masculine. But I see this as internal conflict between your masculine and your feminine. There's also 2 priests in the background. I didn't even see him like that. That's neat because I found Bram Stoker's Dracula today, the DVD, with no box. And I was like, well, what are you doing out here? You're gonna get scratched up and get hurt. And she's trying to kill him. But it's in reverse. So you're ending the conflict, maybe letting go of some resentment. You have, like I said, the holy people in the back, blessing, protecting. Cute. And that wanted to fall because the Oakmen want to step up, number 47. Ooh, ooh, ooh. The next one under this deck, the Vision. And what I was saying earlier, oh, that's my middle finger, I'm not going to flip you off. I like you guys. There's a person in the mountain, but they're like coming out of the mountain. This is the Ouroboros of Self. This is that spider dharma work I was talking about. That's cool. And then under the Devil was the Hanged Man. And I love this Hanged Man, man. He's not even tied up. Like, he's willingly and playfully here. He's kissing a sprite. There's fairies all in the tree. There's an ankh hung by a red string up in the top right corner. This is beautiful imagery. I wish it would like focus in so you could see it better, but I'm filming on my phone. But anyway, he's hanging by the backs of his knees and he's reaching up and making an orb of light behind his hands, kind of near his feet. So again, that like beam of golden light, that beam of golden light. Maybe making new connections at this time, or cord cutting, severing old connections. Let's check on the Oakmen, who might have an important message. Whoa, I'm gonna take a sip of some dang old. This is no longer Arizona green tea. I don't need friggin'. It doesn't have a lot of caffeine on it, so really, like normal green tea would, I guess, but Arizona doesn't really. Whatever. Sorry. Ginger turmeric. Mm. 47. 47, 47, 47. For anyone who needed that head nod from the angels. Oops, I'm on 49. Bloop, 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 bloop. The Oakman. And again, for anyone who like resonates with these cards, this is the book. Thank you, Spirit. It's really detailed, and I have trouble like with black and white. I hate my eyes, so this all being blue on like a muted white just feels good to read. So the Oakmen are here with strength, ancient wisdom, and depth. That did not work. But they want to be like that. I ordered a tripod. Things will be easier sooner. But they really... I'm just going to hold this there for a second and then continue reading. Let that soak in. Sorry I'm shaking, but that in itself is a message for someone. Because I've not been shaking all day. Maybe someone needs to drink some water. Or listen to Mick Jenkins. He's got plenty of water. Wow, that's a lot of shaking. Someone might be really nervous about something. About saying something. Because I'm about to read when that whole thing happened. All right, here we go. I had an interesting lesson, and this whole book is written by Jessica Macbeth, but in the perspective of Brian Froud, who also wrote, do they say it? They might not say it. It might just be on the box. What the fuck? This is from 2000? Feels weird knowing this is 20 years old. What? Get to my message, girl. They need to hear what I have to say. I wonder if there's a way that I can... I'm so sorry for anyone who is watching this on a computer and cannot turn it. But, this is a beautiful piece of fluorite from my friend Wolffoot, which is neat because in this deck there's a card called Footer. So we're gonna get this. I promise we're gonna get this. Also, there might be a very strong lack of patience at this time, like wanting results too fast. Stressing yourself. Did you see that hair? Stressing yourself out, making your hair fall out, man. Turning your hair white. Because this is natural, right? I had pink hair. And then I let it fade out, and I was like, cool, which I'm realizing now is very oak men. I'm gonna stand it on this piece of quartz. Oh, yeah. Message from the Oakman. Here we go. Excuse me. I had an interesting lesson from the Oakmen about how we humans use fairies to mirror our own projections. I like this. Excuse me. The eyes of the Oakmen. Ooh, I like that because I was like, you need to look into his eyes while I read this. The eyes of the Oakmen are a warm, light brown. But some people look at them and say, red eyes, scary. I tried a little experiment using digital magic. I made a copy of the Oakmen and gave them blue eyes. I then asked some people for their impressions of the Oakmen, and words like innocent and sweet or melancholy came back. Then I changed them to an unreal-looking violet. Ooh, like Yennefer. And got responses like, ooh, so spiritual, so wise. I'm getting a foot cramp in my left foot. Oh, someone needs to stretch. If you know reflexology, you might know what that is emotionally affecting you. It's like the arch of my left foot. Interesting. Had the Oakmen changed? Of course not. But what people projected onto them had. When we look at a fairy, we can simply project all of our fears and insecurities and prejudices and delusions on them. Or we can try to see them as they are. In a sense, all oracles are simply mirrors of the wisdom and confusion within the reader. But if we only look at them through our personal filters and projection, we learn very little. Oh, neat. This makes me be like, I want to be like, every reader's got some Oakman energy or is connected to some Oakman because that's beautiful. I totally lost my place in the book. Oh, it's because I needed to finish that statement, which was my reasoning behind why I feel like all readers have an Oakman connection. And that is because the viewers need to take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If it's not your message, don't force it. You can click off. It's okay. I will still love you, and spirit will still love you. Go where you are guided. Now I shall continue. One member of the oracle group looked at them and wrote, "When I see this card, I lose track of time. I feel deep grounding and peace and contentment within myself. Everything is there if you just take a moment to be part of it. It's a deep homecoming for me. To me, the Oakmen show the deep wisdom of age, the inner peace and strength of elders. This is what the Oakmen are about. Can you look at them and see them as they are? Or can you only see your own projections? The universe, like the Oakmen." That's where the readers thing comes from, because we just happen into spirit, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Whatever your god or Todd or dog is full of wisdom, compassion, and strength, but it doesn't always come in pretty packages. This card depicts the strength and wisdom of age. It also reminds us that what we need to know, what is truly there to be seen, cannot be discovered by a superficial glance or a hasty reaction. In a reading, the Oakmen tell us to look slowly and deeply into the heart of a matter and see past the superficialities of the surface. That could be why the devil is out here as well, twice. Someone may be overcoming being shallow. Consult others with more experience than you have. Learn from the wisdom of the elders, both available to you personally and those you encounter in books and elsewhere. In this manner, it will be wise to make your decisions after more pondering and study of the situation. I like that I lost my place there and then I quickly refound it. Consider motivations in depth. Take action only after thorough deliberation. The Oakmen tell us that haste may be, at this moment, our worst enemy. They also suggest that we might learn a lot from trees. Consider the trees and their wisdom. Connect with a wise old one and ask for help. I like it. Oh, I'm going to quickly also open to 51. The topple, the topsy-turvets, the little critters. I don't know if you saw critters growing up. I sure did. Those aliens were cool. These fae aliens are cool. Phalians. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Ooh, perfect. Brian has a quote for them. "I believe no fairy is completely good or bad, but fluidity embodies both extremes." And the topsy-turvy. Whoa. Me. No, not cute. I think it's cute. I like art that changes as you turn it. It reminds me of Jesse Ruiz's art, Real Media Player on Instagram. Sorry if you get annoyed with me shouting things out, but there's been a lot of art references in here, so maybe someone's going to get a channel message from looking at his art. And with that, I also want to say, check out Quetzal Visions, also on IG. All right, so to close out the message, I'm gonna get 2 oracles, but I wasn't gonna use this one at all because it doesn't like match, but it's yelling. It's yelling at me. Oh, and the bottom is Queen of Pentacles again. That's why it's yelling. But I got this deck in Salem, Massachusetts. It is the Manga Tarot. I don't know why I did that voice. That doesn't match. Maybe there's a character in a manga you watch. Like a manga that was turned into an anime. A manga you watch because you watch books. Da. Da, 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 da. How far are we? 41:58. I'm gonna try to keep this under an hour. We got it. That's like 19 minutes. The sun. That's good news. 3 of Wands at the bottom. That might not be good news, but that's not staying. And something else I want to say that I don't see too many readers do. I see enough readers do it, which is good, and I appreciate it. So it's not like the whole community doesn't do this, but leaving people on a not so positive note. You know, like Fiery Grace the Gifted, she will trigger people and deliver a heavy message, but then coach you into what to do. And come on. Twin Flame Chemistry, Audrey from Twin Flame Chemistry will always, if a card is in reverse, she will always flip it, not because she just doesn't read reversals, but because she understands that you, the viewer, can take what you want from the message and take it as guidance, as it's intended, or entertainment, as I'm supposed to say, but take it as guidance to work on yourself or relationships with other people, whatever's coming up in the reading. So I really respect readers that go out of their way to help. You know, yes, I can guide you towards stake reunion, but that path requires you to take a step down the labyrinth of your own mind. That sounds really good. On my head. Just so you could feel that. Sorry if you're using headphones now. The worst thing ever. But like I said, I'm just gonna be me. And I'm gonna read how I read. And if you don't like it, stay, troll. I don't mind. If you're here cross-watching, what up? There's not really a cross-watch situation when it's general, I guess. So 3 things came out. Again, 3 of Wands. It's not so bad. It actually feels really hopeful to me, like action moving forward. Well, it kind of feels like action moving forward, and then you have like a new beginning in love. Oh, that's not clear. What am I doing? That's cool too, because I sent a picture I drew earlier in the same pose, but she wasn't smiling. She had blue hair. She was me. I drew it a couple of years ago. She was sad. She's not sad, this one. 2, 4, 6, 8. Chaos. Abundance. Stars around her. And then it's cute because is she reaching for that? Is she going to pick that lotus? Is she going to pet that lotus and not pick it because she understands non-attachment? Or is she just dipping her hand in the water and becoming part of the water? I think it's all of it. Oh, it's gorgeous. And then we have 7 of Pentacles, which I'm feeling looks a lot like Homeboy here, right? Different suits, which is interesting. And literal different suits, like jackets. Same cut and style, which is weird. Because everyone's dressed pretty interesting in this. So, maybe you got a new business partner coming along? Maybe you got a new partner coming along? Maybe you're coming into your masculine side and it's helping your business. But there's something. Also, maybe you have a golden shovel and you're shoveling yourself out of the shit like Jacoby in Twin Peaks. Again, reference. If you haven't watched Twin Peaks, maybe you should watch Twin Peaks. Bottom of the deck on that is 8 of Pentacles. Ooh. And he's holding a pentacle on the book, but he's holding a feather, a white feather in his hand. And again, it looks like Homeboy. And then orange, green, orange. So like sacral, where am I going? Yeah, sacral heart, sacral heart. And the same light coming through, like it's the same time. Having a thought of moving forward and then making the action. I like. Under that is Page of Coins. Cute, cute, cute. So now we're just going to do a fairy oracle, and these have words written on them. So it makes it like easy for you. But these are for someone, these last two specifically. If you feel called to stay for it, then it's for you. But I don't use these a lot, hence they're stiff. I mean, they're a stiffer card anyway, but you can feel that. And it's like screaming, why? Why you not use me more? Which is quite a shame. I think they're just called the Fairies Oracle. Oh. I want to show the back. Because it's reminding me of the Ankh tied in the tree and the woman reaching for the lotus in the other deck. But 2 keys coming together. And I want to say, for someone, it is a twin flame union. That's male-male. Which is possible. And there's nothing wrong with it. And people need to get their shit together if they think there is. Bottom of the deck is friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. I'm looking the wrong way to see if I'm getting that on camera. Why do I can't hold in my right hand because my fingers are so big. This is the other reason why I don't typically use this deck on camera, because it's so flashy. Like, not flashy, like hard to look at, but hard to pick up on camera because it's glossy. Oh, almost put that away without picking the top card up. What a goober. Wisdom. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Have you, little owl girl? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom and help you grow with a challenge. The grow part is literally not in there. I don't know why I said that. Mobswa. It's backwards when I look at it as it's recording. But owl's been coming out a lot. In the other live I did, owl came out. And I'm feeling like I was moving my hand, but the light transition, we're coming out of winter. And that's happening here, even though we're going to get a snowstorm soon. But like where I live, we're coming out of winter into a new light. And I feel like that's happening with the world as a whole. Underneath that is stargazing. Ooh, that's interesting. Shaman of stars, stargazing. When you gaze at the stars and give yourself fairy focus, your inner intuition will flow more freely and reveal what you need to know about your situation. And like, think of the fairies in Magicians on Netflix. Their eyes are not cross-eyed. It's just solid black because their pupils are so big because they have magic and they can see everything. The intuition is just so strong. I like it. And this is also a fairy deck. Ooh. The gift. So again, more abundance. A presence. Thank you, Spirit. But also someone coming into your life, because it's a present, an offer with a present right now. You could be hearing from someone. An offer, nurturance, growth, and potential. There's that's a scratch. There's a scratch on the gift, and this guy is in the other fairy deck. So let that imagery is for someone. Because I haven't shuffled yet, so that message is for someone. Specifically that guy offering a flower. He really wants forgiveness. And she's like, what are you even sorry for? Yes, it's okay. Of course I forgive you. My love for you is unconditional. What do you mean? I'm just happy you're here. That's beautiful. Midnight Prince. The finger thing again. And that's card number 43. That's a 7 of Chariot. Oh yeah, the determination in his eyes. But there's like a serenity too. Like he's at peace with what he's gonna do. Ask for what you want, be honest. I'm not gonna keep shuffling. Am I gonna keep shuffling? Are you? Yeah, you're gonna keep shuffling. Thank you, Spirit. Snail's pace. So again, like the Oakman and the topsy-turvy, you will get very topsy-turvy if you do not go slow, as the Oakmen have advised. This heckin' piece of hair is bothering me. But I've waited a long time to waste the time to fix it, because no one wants to watch you do that, and I don't edit these. Snail's pace. Slow down. Ground. And she was like, face down, ass up. Listen for the heartbeat of Earth. Subtle energies. And more of that golden aura. So someone might have a golden aura too. And now my left hand is shaky, but my right hand is fine. Someone is gonna receive a message, likely the feminine, whether it's an internal message, like an epiphany you come to in that moment of grounding and peace. I like it. And then the next one is solace. Return to nature. Yeah. Tree wisdom. Yeah. Tree wisdom. I can't read the rest. Natural remedies, flower essences, and what is it? Ace of Cups. She was reaching for that hand. Why you gotta have fingers like that? I wish I had suction cups, you know, and I could just go like and hold it by the back of the card. She's reaching for that flower essence, natural remedy. She's in number 2. She's in, which, if you follow regular tarot, well, if you follow regular tarot, you know. But if you don't follow regular tarot, I'm sorry. If you do not follow regular tarot, number 2 is the High Priestess. She who advises kings, the wise sage of a woman. Yeah, fingers don't do it. In the 3. Oh man, I wish it would focus. These are also shiny cards. I'm gonna pull the next one and then we will be done. I knew this needed to be the last card. Dark Moon. Maturation. Growing up. Introspection. Know thyself. Number 6, which is also the Lovers. So that's why I say I can guide you to your twin flame, but you have to do the work it takes to get there. It's not easy work. My tummy's going, wah. So I'm sorry if you heard that. But you're doing the work. Where are we right now? 56:36. I want to stop, but I'm being called to keep going. We're going to flip the next one in the diamond. She came out in the, maybe it was the third when all the cards pooped. And where did I just see? I don't know where I just saw hands. Well, I guess there's hands in the temple card. There's hands in a lot of cards. What am I thinking? But again, look at that. I guess it would be a pearl. Just like a golden nugget of a pearl. And that same gold aura is coming out your ass. Like rainbows out your ass, queen, no matter what you do. Let me get the next one out of that archetype. The Village. Again, that same color. So this back to that whole, oh my god, my nose is itchy on the right side. There could be a message from a masculine. This card is about leaving home or returning to home, new home, or turning what is like a barren place into a shared place, creating a village out of a field of hay. Come on, Spirit, I need to stop. I don't need to stop. I need to keep listening to Spirit. It looks like a dragon eye, right? A golden dragon eye, but it's a wolf eye with a gold frame. And this card, Kairos, I'm actually going to read from the book because I'm feeling called to. I'm going to move theirs. And you're going to look at that because it's important. And I'm going to try to read it backwards. I'm going to find it. I'll find it. It seems backwards and upside down. Oh, it might be because it's written in 2 parts of the card. Page 218 and 219. Those numbers might be important. If you feel called to, look them up. The word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has time for ripeness when it becomes a nourishing fruit. You hear that? Cat chase? It was a literal cat chase, cats in my house. But movement, fast movement at that. Sound like turning a corner on the wooden floor, but I like that confirmation. When it becomes nourishing fruit, it is ripe to the lips. When light, Kairos is alignment, ease and decision and action. When it is dark, one is fighting against time or being impatient. Patience is a virtue, y'all. And that's not a, like, cliches are cliches for a reason.
They suggest they have a go deeper section. That's why I like reading from this book, the Archetypes Guidebook. And to go deeper on the concept of patience and divine timing, they suggest Felix Gonzalez Torres's Untitled Perfect Lovers. And I'm going to put, oh no, I'm not going to show that to you because it'll be backwards. What a goober. Compare the Greek words chronos and kairos. This will guide you to the understanding of logos and mythos. This is mystic time and synchronicity. We have all had experiences of timelessness and of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, or slow motion, or losing track of time on a walk, or in a lovely conversation. This is known as mystic time. Woo! Mythic time. And it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum. A space-time Calliope, if you will. All right, stare at that. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this non-linear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing, and not a moment longer. I like that. Wait for that oomph to do the thing, and then do the thing, whatever your thing is. All right, this one fell pretty hardcore, so I'm going, the whole thing was like, so I'm going to see how many did I get out of here? I pulled 3 more, the Queen, the Village, and Kairos. All right, I'm going to put 3 on top of it. Over the Queen, we have 3 of Wands in reverse. Over the Village, we have Queen of Wands. And over Kairos, we have 4 of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. You're cute. You are cute. All right. So she's reversed. So it's like the sadness of this is no longer present because you are the Queen and you are moving forward. I see that movement forward. Yo, this one is like really special to me. Well, I got one of them right here. Can you see that? Can you see that orange baby? Hi, baby. I have 2 orange babies. Meow. I love you, boob. His name is Noob, and I adopted him from my best friend. So I can always see him and stuff. But he's also my cat's boyfriend, so they needed to be together. But there's an orange cat in the picture is why I was like, oh my god, check that out. So if you have a feline companion, it might just be you and them going on this move together. That's cute. I like. But then the next is the Village. And Queen of Wands came out, and she's playing a harp. And there's 3 foxes, and 1, 2, 3, 4 birds. And then there's Fae within the tree, and there's all these green orbs everywhere, one of which is coming out of her shoulder. 5 birds, there's 1 on top of her harp. And then there's little sprites watching. It's not focusing. mother. No, that didn't help. But yeah. Returning to the village to make it anew. Bringing in the songs of your story, of your experience, sharing it with those willing to listen. Beautiful. And again, some of you being a little impatient, but just wait. Let that patience be. Like, take that time to reflect. This downtime, take it to reflect. Let it be useful. Look at you, got these sprites carrying these cups at the top. You're not alone. You got abundance coming. It's like, it's right there. What are you doing? Just relax. Look at a little beyond your own fucking... See how her forehead's reflecting? But not her whole face. It's like she's looking in the water, but she's only seeing that far. You know, you can only reflect while a flawed diamond's still impeccable. Imagine this card is the line in the water because you can only see this much of her face. That's how much is reflecting. If she would just go, then she could see a greater vision in that pool of water and be able to see the sprites holding those cups above her head and just go, oh, it's like almost right here. It's basically on top of me. So I think that's your message. And I hope you have a wonderful night. When I did that, this rock wiggled, so I feel someone needs to do this. And also might be having astral communication in the 5D with, or in the dream state, which is the 5D. Through meditation, whatever your means of getting there and communicating telepathically with another. That's going on right now, but honestly, in an honest way is what I mean. So that's Celestite. Have a blessed evening. Thank you for joining me. Like, share, subscribe, do the thing. That just helps my videos circulate so that those who need to see them can see them. Thank you.